everyone. I'm very excited to share some considerations with you on courage. What actually excites me about it is that I will focus on the topic not, as you've already done before, from a psychological point of view, but let's call it from an ontological or even spiritual point of view. To do so, please let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, in the ancient town of Thebe, strange things happened. The women, out of the blue, left the town. They went out into the wilderness. They left their families and their husbands. They went there to the mountains and to the woods in order to celebrate, in order to dance, in order to party all day long and all night long, in order to cherish their life, and in order to experience what we may call being fully alive. The male inhabitants of Thebe, however, were not very amused about what happened there. Of course, they wanted the women to come back in order to run their households and so on. They tried to stop the movement of the women who left the city. Most of all, the king of Thebe, called Pentheus, tried to stop it. He wanted the women to come back, but actually he didn't succeed. At the end of the day, the whole story comes to a tragical conclusion because Thebe was killed by the inhabitants, and so the story ends. Of course, it is a strange story, and probably you ask yourself, what has this got to do with courage? Now let me try to explain it. What actually happened in Thebe, if we trust the ancient authors, is that the women were inspired by one of the most powerful and most important ancient Greek gods, namely the god they called Dionysus. Most likely some of you know Dionysus to be the god of drunkenness, of intoxication, the god of exaltation and the god of wine. And this is true to a certain degree, but it's only half of the story. The most important, most crucial, most unique aspect of the divine energy that the Greeks worshipped in the person of Dionysus is that he was the god of transformation and even of disruption. Whenever something new happened, they thought that this was inspired by Dionysus, that the Dionysian spirit had impact on it. Dionysus represented a cosmic law, a very simple cosmic law which is somehow inscribed in the very nature itself. What kind of law is it? Let me tell you, it is the law of constant change. It is one of the crucial principles of the living cosmos we all participate in, that everything which is born will die one day. Everything which shows up in the nature will vanish another day. There's a constant change, and whatever grows must go away again in order to open the space so that new life, young life can be born. Nature constantly needs to rejuvenate itself. And this is exactly what Dionysus and the Dionysian energy is all about. Now again, what has this got to do with courage? I will tell you. The cosmic law of constant change is something inevitable. And being courageous means to be inspired by the spirit of Dionysus and to accept, even to surrender to the inevitable change of things. Not to try to stop the movement of life itself, but to accept it, to become part of the huge story that life and nature evolve every day in front of our eyes. The amazing thing about courage is that it has got nothing to do with our willpower. The word courage derives from the Latin word cor, and this is the heart. Courage is something which we feel in the heart when we reconnect with the principles of life. And then the power and the strength within us will evolve, and we will be able to act in a courageous way. So what do we learn from this? We learn that courage is a cosmic principle. It is not about our intentions, it is not about our volition, it is not about our ambitions. Far more, it is about being well connected with life itself, to evolve the power of being fully alive. And if we do so, we will be able to tune into the story of constant change, and we will act courageously as leaders, as humans, as individuals. Thank you.